Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is a re-record. I'd like to thank all the people who messaged me the other day and pointed out to me that this video, the one that this video is replacing, there was no sound on it. I have no idea what happened. So, let's try this again. Please hit the follow button, hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what I've missed out. But let's try this again. So, today's deck tech, which should have been today as I'm re-recording this on Monday the 20th of March, it should have been this. It should have been Nekusar, the Mindrazer. I have no idea what happened to the volume on the other one. I will be checking this one, but I can see on my capture down here that it's actually picking it up this time, so I'm hoping this comes through properly. I have checked all the rest of the videos for this week. It's fine, so you're getting two a day. But anyway, Nekusar. Let's talk about Nekusar. 2 blue, black and red for a 2/4 legendary zombie wizard. And at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. And whenever an opponent draws a card, Nekusar Mindrazer deals 1 damage to that player. Now, the reason I did this video was it's a card I've been playing against a lot. And I've realised, to my own displeasure, that I've never actually done a deck tech on it. So I decided it was time to rectify it, which is what I was saying in the video where the sound didn't record. So, sorry, just get rid of that. But it's a fun card. Well, it's a bit more competitive than I usually play, I must admit that. But it is just one of those cards that people really, they like getting the extra cards, they don't like taking the damage, so it does upset people. Not quite as much as some other cards do, I can mention, but this one's up there somewhere. So just be warned, if you play this card, you'll probably become the arch enemy on the table. But anyway, here we go. This is what the deck looks like. So, the usual selection of blue, red and black lands are in. Crumbling Necropolis, Fabled Passage and Field of the Dead are here, just to give us some zombies to block with. We've got Reliquary Tower and somewhere down the bottom, Temple of the False God. Urborg's in along with Xander's Lounge. It makes sense to have them all in. What I will say is, if you haven't got Xander's Lounge, because the price has gone up since I recorded this video, I noticed today, Crumbling Necropolis is just the same thing, it just doesn't cycle. There's literally no difference, and it's uncommon, it's cheap. There's multiple versions of it. They're all under half a ticket or less. So, you can pick them up from that point of view. But, talk about the deck itself. What we want to do with Nekusar is actually get our opponents to draw cards. So we want to get Nekusar out as quickly as possible, as you can imagine. Hence why we've got Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, one of each of the talismans, and that's it for the ramp, really. I went down that road. I tried not to go too mad with the ramp on this one. And then we want our opponents to draw cards. So first way we've got to do it is Wheel of Fate. The cheaper version of some of the other wheels. So, I haven't gone with the expensive one. I'll be honest, it's not in here. But Wheel of Fate's here. And it does work out. It does exactly the same thing. It just takes 4 turns to do it. So hopefully you'll live that long. Then we've got Preordained, just so we can manipulate the top of our library and make sure that we're drawing and scrying what we want to. The Parasite's in. Whenever you draw a card, if you have control of red permanent, you may have a Ketric Parasite deal 1 damage to that player. Obviously, Nekusar's red, so whenever we draw on our upkeep, we can, we'll be drawing 2 with Nekusar in play, and pinging someone for 2, well, shocking someone basically, for want of a better phrase. Burning Inquiry's in. Each player draws 3, then discards 3 cards at random. So Lightning Bolt for 1 mana on everybody on the board when Nekusar is in play. Elixir of Immortality's here, just so we can make sure we shuffle all our draw effects back into our deck and we can get to replay them again to really upset our opponents. Sensei's Divining Top, so we can manipulate the top of our library. Obviously, you can take this card out and play another version. You could play Ponder, you could play Brainstorm if you don't want to go down the road of Sensei's Divining Top. They all work the same, so it's all good. Folio of Fancies. Gotta have this in this deck. You get to chuck all your extra mana in it before the start of your turn. Everyone gets to draw. With Nekusar in play, everyone gets to take some more damage, and then you get to mill them. So backup win condition if you can't get the damage in. Cameo Crescent Moon, more draws, more damage with Nekusar in play. Same with Howling Mine, that's why it's here. Swiftfoot Boots is in. I can never say it. Swiftfoot Boots, let's try that, is in as well, just so we can protect Nekusar when we get into play. There's no other point in having it in the deck, really. I mean, we're only playing 18 creatures, so, you can put it on another creature if you haven't got Nekusar in play, but it's not necessary. We do come to the expensive stuff. I have put them in here now, to be fair. So propaganda's here, just to slow down people attacking us. Time Twister, make your opponent draw 7. They take 7 damage with Nekusar in play. You get to shuffle everything back in again. Windfall does the same idea, but just hope you've got a bigger hand than anyone else. Dictator Crewfix, the enchantment version of Howling Mind, for want of a better phrase, I suppose. Again, it's a card you play before your upkeep, so you make sure you get the first benefit of it. The flash is really nice from that point of view. Party Jace is in, just to make sure everyone draws one so you can ping people. Underworld Dreams, to really upset the board. Whenever opponent draws a card, it deals 1 damage, so, that works out really nicely. Jeskai Will, obviously I've said before, I've picked one up now, so it's gone into this deck as well, just so we can get the mana if we need to. If we got the commander in play, we get to do both, so it's fine. Magus of the Wheel, another wheel effect. Make your opponents discard everything, draw 7 damage from Nekusar. Wheel of Fortunes here and Wheel of Misfortune. We've got them both in. I've played all versions of the red wheels just so we can make sure we are hitting that draw value off Nekusar. Feed for Visions is one I haven't seen in Nekusar, but I do like this as a card. It's another way of getting them to maybe take 3 at the end of their turn. If not, they're going to take one of Nekusar's in play. I had 1 slot left when I built the deck, so that 1 slot went to Vile Smasher. I figured it was worth the attempt. Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, choose an opponent at random, you get to shoot them a little bit. So, obviously it doesn't work very well if you've got things coming off suspend, but, most of the time you won't have, even if it's just, 1 damage, it's better than nothing. And Phyrexian Tyranny, whenever a player draws a card, that player loses 2 life unless they pay 2. So they stack up really quickly, the painful effects. Horn of Greed makes them draw. They don't get an opportunity. Whenever a player plays a land, that player draws a card, so they take damage from this. Howling Golem attacks or blocks. Each player draws a card. More ways of making them draw. And Temple Bell, everyone draws a card. It stacks up really quickly. Wheel and Deal is something I'd completely forgotten about until someone played it against me in one of the decks, so I went and picked one up and shoved it in here. Any number of target opponents each discards their hands, then draws 7 cards, and you could draw a card. So you can target all your opponents and make them draw, which gets silly very quickly. Fate Unraveler is another way of making an opponent take damage when they draw a card. Damnation to control the board a bit. Mizzix's Mastery, if we can do the whole overload, you can flash everything back from your graveyard, and believe me, that really does upset your opponents really quickly. Chain Reaction, again, board control, take out all those annoying little things that are coming towards you. Maniform Hellkite, because most of the deck is non-creature spells, so we get some tokens and get some damage in that way. And this seemed like the ideal deck for me to have Solfin, Mayhem of Dominus in. It doubles up the damage, so they start drawing cards, they start getting shocked with this in play. It is the other card that you possibly want to put the Swiftfoot boots on. I will learn to say it one day, I promise. I really will. I'll try really hard to say it right. Spiteful Visions is here, another additional draw with Nekusar, so drawing 3 cards, 3 lots of 2 for each card, so 3 shocks. Jalafa, Nephilim Scourges I've also put in, mainly because they do get to exile the cards and you get to cast the instant sorcery off them. Hopefully you'll hit a draw spell and make them draw that way. But Kess is also in, the Dissident Mage, so we can replay at least 1 sorcery a turn. Okay, we get to exile it, but if we can replay something good, like Time Twister, it will upset people very quickly. Font of Mythos, the big version of Howling Mind, they draw 2 extra. And then Teferi's Puzzle Box. Teferi's Puzzle Box and Nekusar is a really nasty little combo. I'm guessing you all know that anyway, and I know this is, this deck is talking to a lot of people who already know everything there is to know about these decks. So, yeah, okay. Magus of the Jar. Again, a card we haven't seen for a while, but each player exiles all the cards from their hand face down and draws 7. At the beginning of the next end step, each player discards their hand and returns to their hand each card they exiled this way. It's just another way of getting 7 damage in, basically, when Nekusar in play, so keep that going. Sezian, the Perverted Truth. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses 2 life and draws 2 cards. So they lose 2, maybe lose 4 overall. Balor is obviously a new one from the Battle for Baldur's Gate. You can just, whenever it attacks or dies, choose 1 or more. Each mode must target a different player. And basically just target all your opponents. Everyone gets 1 shot each at them, so And Reforge the Soul, the miracle version of all the wheel effects. Why is it called Wheel the Soul? I don't know. It should have been called Wheel the Soul just to keep it all going, but you know. Again, but it's a cheap version of doing it, especially if you can get it off on the miracle cost. So bear that in mind. Well of ideas, enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. At the beginning of each other player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. At the beginning of your draw step, draw 2 additional cards. Another one that came through from Double Masters, one I'd missed previously in other decks where I've been trying to draw cards, and someone pointed it out to me. I might have played against it actually. But anyway, it's here, works well with Nekusar. Consecrate Sphinx, so we just keep drawing. We don't have to. Remember, this is a may. You may draw 2 cards. You don't have to. So if you're getting low in your library, you can keep it away. Unless you've got Elixir of Immortality in play, in which case, go for it. Force Fruition is a silly card. I would imagine this will be one of the most counterspelled cards in the deck. However, if you can get it to resolve and get it into play, every time they cast a spell, they draw 7. So, you know, 2 spells, 14 damage. Yeah, they're probably very near to dead at that stage. Frost Titan and Grave Titan are just here to provide some reasonably good blockers, and obviously some more attacking with Frost Titan, probably blocking a bit more with Grave Titan and the zombies, but you do want to attack and get the extra zombies if you can. Jingatax's Progress Tyrant is a really nice way of slowing your opponents down. They get to cast a spell, it gets countered, and anything we do, we get to double up on. So, hey, like that plan. You know, have you ever seen anyone have 2 Time Twisters in a row? Yeah, it's good. Temporal Mastery, I decided to play the other Miracle Time Walk, just so we had another bit of that in. Dragon Mage, hits someone, does the whole discard the hand, draw 7. Great with Nekusar. And finally, Blasphemous Act at the end here, just a bit more ball control. Last few cards. Fascination, each player draws X, each player mills X. Could give you a win condition if you manage to draw them all out and Nekusar's not in play, or you know, if Nekusar's in play, sink as much mana into it as you can to make them draw those cards. Same with Prosperity, which is the cheaper version, but only one mode. Each player draws X cards. Fantastic with Nekusar in play, just sink your mana into it and get on with it. And then finally, just so we have a little bit of control of it, Commit to Memory. Get target a counter spell, or you know, put a second from top, from one of better phrase, and then aftermath it to do the whole shuffle your graveyard into your library and draw 7. It works. It is a sillily dangerous deck to play, Nekusar, and I have played it a couple of times and I have got hated out of the game very quickly because no one wants to play against it. But if you want to take something that's a little bit more competitive, and you know, if you want to go and join a 8, 9 or 10 level CEDH game, this is one of the cards that will help you get there and win that game. So bear it in mind. Deck would probably need to be tuned. You probably would need to go down the Mana Crypt and Mana Vault route, get the extra mana that way. I've avoided it because I tried to keep I tried to keep the price down that I put in Time Twister and Wheel of Fortune, so you can take them out and put other cards in. But at the end of the day, I love this deck. You'll see it on stream very soon. I'm really sorry that the previous video's audio didn't record. I am going to check this one when it's uploaded, so hopefully you'll see it. So today you get 2 videos, so hey hum, we'll take it from there. And I'm going to delete the other version that's up at the moment, so hey. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm sitting at 148. I'd like to try and get 200 if I can. That'd be nice, and I can start setting other targets. And you know, the link for Twitch is down below. Come give me a follow on Twitch. You can see me play this as soon as this video's gone up, because it will go up tonight, which is Tuesday, and I'll be streaming Tuesday night, so I'll probably give it a run out then. You can come and see how much I get hated off the game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you the next time I do a YouTube video. Well, you can go and watch the other one today that's gone up, so that's fine. Take care. See you soon. Bye.